I'd like to tell you about the Minnesota Importance Questionnaire, the MIQ. This was an inventory that was created in 1967, but it still has a lot of relevant themes in today's workforce. The questionnaire was created based on the theory of work adjustment. This is suggesting that both employers and employees want satisfaction in the workplace, and employers get that by having skilled employees that show up and have the ability to complete the tasks in their job description. And employees, besides wanting a paycheck and to be able to go home at the end of the day, they have needs that are gained through having autonomy or being challenged. Maybe they are valuing needs of learning and growing and being promoted in their workplace. And so this certainly goes above and beyond just having a paycheck to pay for their actual needs outside of work, although that is also included in the questionnaire. So the MIQ assesses 6 areas of values and how they relate to those 20 identified needs. And again, those needs can include paychecks, but they're also autonomy, having competent supervision, being creative in the workplace, receiving recognition. And so these needs are, again, something that can help create satisfaction for employees in the workplace. This is a reliable and valid instrument. Back when it was created, reliability was established through test and retest methods, and also test and retest over time. And so I think those being assessed retook the questionnaire after 10 months. In addition, it was often compared to other inventories of the same manner and found that it was scoring what it is actually scoring. In addition, in the 7th edition of Hayes assessment text, it uses the MIQ as a standard for establishing validity for other inventories. And so this is still a great tool to use. The employee would look at the values and the needs and kind of rank what is important to them and what is more important to them than other ideas. And then those scores are correlated to or create corresponding occupations that the client would be interested in. So these occupations are provided in clusters, and like I said, correspond to those values and needs that the client identifies. So this might mean that somebody that does really put a lot of importance on having recognition and having status and having that paycheck, they might be best correlated to the cluster that includes things like architects and engineers, kind of more high profile positions. The same thing if people are valuing creativity and having jobs that create meaning for them, they're obviously going to be directed to a different occupation cluster. So it's a great tool for people who are looking to transition out or maybe can't really put their finger on what is lacking in the workplace for them, and just being able to kind of define that their needs are not being met in the workplace that they're currently in.